Good afternoon. It's August 17th, 2023. And today we had a downtrend day. It looks like we just hit a measured move of the overnight highs and lows. So perhaps we're reversing to hit this midline, which this is essentially a midline. We'll see by the end of the video. There's about half an hour until market close. So here is the channel Mac has drawn recently, but I believe that we are in this larger channel just with how I think more people, I think more people are playing the larger channel. Just look at all the touches off that midline. So that's why I think we're selling off these past few days so strongly. We'll see how today closes, but that's what I think. And maybe we'll bounce at this level of support. Maybe we'll rally today for the rest of the day. I don't think so, but and if you look at this channel, perhaps this is an overshoot. So there's a lot of reasons we could start going sideways, just go down. And we could just bounce and go up, but this is how I'm seeing the daily chart right now. So let's take a look at these trades. In the overnight, the market rallied pretty strongly. Then we started to go sideways. You get a break and move to a new high, and then you get this congestion up here, and the first swing from market open, I believe that created a channel. So anyway, 5 o'clock comes in here. I think there was a news item, went sideways, and I drew this potential range I'm seeing now. And you can see that the opening price was right at that range. Really, I just drew this range because this looked like a 50% correction, and then it bounced from this leg up. So that's why I did that. If you're feeling good, maybe you take this, you get a double top right here, first entry, failed second entry, long. But there's a decent amount of support right here, so I think that's risky. You can see it works, pulls back, probably hits that trend line, and then sells off some more. And so really you could probably just have had that trend line right off these couple swings. That would make it a little steeper, but anyway, pretty nice sell-off, 2 legs down, and then some buying comes in. I would look at this as a double bottom, first entry, second entry short. That's also a double test. 9 ticks, so probably not a whole lot of room back to that EMA, but you can see that we're probably playing this range, so I think you're going back to this midline, and there's enough room for that. So I like that one. You can see a strong bounce off that closing price. We come back, we test this level again. It fails again. We come back and we test it again. Let's see how we would feel. I mean, it's just the first entry, but prices are really consistently bouncing off of that. So I'm trying to think of why you might not want to take that. It's just aggressive, It ends up working out, but I feel like after these 3, I feel like I just don't trust the level of support or resistance, and maybe we're going back up to this trend line. But anyway, that works. Come down, we touch the low of the channel. So this is a breakout. This is the first time we've broken out of this range. So maybe you do take this higher low here, or you take a tick above this bar on a reversal back into the range. I mean, something to consider. But yeah, we come up, we test this trend line. I don't think you can take that second entry. It kind of looks like a second entry, like this is a double bottom, but technically it's not. So I don't think you can take that. Nice sell off, and I looked at this as a channel. Not very clear, but you do get a break and a move to a new low. So, you know, there's some validity to it. A lot of dojis in here, though, so I don't think there's any setups. You get this sort of trap right here. Maybe you look at this as a double bottom. This second entry short looks pretty darn good, but I think, you know, if you have this channel, maybe you take that, but it's a third entry. So, you know, if you have the channel, you have this midline, so maybe you consider that. But anyway, I like this double test on the low side because the way I was looking at it was we were ranging and prices were trying to reverse, and when we couldn't get to support on this channel and you make a double test, to me that was a good sign to go long, and there's a lot of room to these highs. So I like that one. It's only good for a scalp. Come down here, you get this double test right here, and prices come back down to the lows, and then we get this bounce, and this is a trap. And I could feel it in real time that it was a trap, and the only thing I can say is the same reason I took this trade is the same reason I wouldn't take this trade. Is it just felt like the market was trying to reverse. We didn't hit this level of support. We didn't hit this level of support. You got strong buying coming in right here. Few dojis, so you do get a first entry, failed second entry short. I like that reversal to ride it to the highs of this, but you're betting on a breakout to succeed. I like this trade. I think there's a lot of trapped shorts in here, and that gets you, that'll probably get you like a good 8-point runner. Let's see. Maybe if you take it there, you get a little less than 2 points. Maybe you take it here, 23. That gets you like 4 points. But I would probably like to take it at the measured move of this range, and that would get you like 5 points, 5+ points. If you ride it to the top, I think you get like 8 points. So this is a break of this channel. Let's steepen this a little bit. See how it looks. And this could be, you know, this slight break and move to a new low. This could be why this reversal worked so well. But I wasn't playing the channel like that. I was playing the channel like this, in which case we don't have a break. So anyway, so you get this huge move up, and you can see we bounce off that measured move, and then you get a lower high. Maybe you consider that. We're so far from the EMA, and it's risky because this, if there's some follow through on this, we could get another leg up. But maybe you take that. There's a doji here, and this is a doji, so it's not a great setup. But come down here, we bounce off the trend line a couple times before we make a double top. Then you get a lower high that's technically a second entry short. And if you don't like that, you get a failure. And so that you could have gotten in on like a 30-point move by taking one of these. Looks like you might have gotten stopped out if you took this one. And yeah, so you probably wouldn't. Unfortunately, that's too bad. You probably wouldn't get a runner here. They take all the all the runners out, and then it just drops like a rock. So sideways, we get a break of this channel, and then we form this little channel, and I guess there's a failure right here. You're going into the lows, so not crazy about that. You're also going into the midline. You can see the midline was holding prices. And then we form this channel. And you get a first entry, second entry that confirms this channel. Nice low risk, 5 ticks. Yeah, so you can see right when we hit that measured move, this bar, people bought. We hit that measured move and some buying came in. Then we go lower and you get a failure right here, but it's in no man's land. So you do get a first entry, second entry that you could also call a double test. You can see we have this level of support turns into resistance. It ticks higher. First test, second test. Near that trend channel, I think you got to take that. Lower high, yeah, I think I'm gonna mark this green. Lower high off the trend line. Room to the lows. So then, yeah, you get the sell off. Look at that slight overshoot. Really, you got to break up here, a break here. So you got to break, couple legs down, slight overshoot. Boom, second entry short. They probably trap people right here. Bounces, and now we're just going sideways. So that's how I saw it. We got 18 minutes until market close. I hope everyone had a great day, and I'll be back tomorrow.